Can I draft a $2 million fantasy football team with the most annoying Heckler in fantasy football? Guys, I don't know, but that is what we are going to find out today. Davis and Buck attempt to draft against each other in Best Ball Mania. Buck just began his draft with Saquon Barkley at 5. I am picking at 1.9 in Best Ball Mania. Some may say the 1.8 or the 1.9 is the absolute best position to pick out of. I'm going to select. Actually, on this one, I'm going to take Neighbors over Puka, give a little bit of a gift there. Buck, I know you're clapping like a blind seal to be able to select Saquon Barkley at pick 5. That was the greatest thing that could have ever happened to you, effectively.
Yeah, it's true. I would have taken Lamb if he fell. I would have snapped taken Lamb, but Barkley is, to me, a smash at 5. I mean, he's just a smash.
I'm gonna go against type here as a firm left wing slappy. I actually agree. I cannot create any argument against Barkley at 5. I would be happy, frankly, to take him over Lamb sometimes. I'm happy to take him over McCaffrey. I'm happy to take him over Gibbs. I know that kind of goes against the ethos of everything that we do here on the Davis Mattek Fantasy Football Channel. I don't have any of the concerns about he had too many touches last year. That stuff just generally tends to be survivorship bias. The sorts of players who get 400 touches in a season are really good players, so they're going to continue to get that work even if they are past it athletically. Even if Barkley regresses
don't miss your pick.
4.3 yards per carry this year, I mean, I knew that my boy Bowers would be there. We got him. Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers. We have the dice and darts start. I mean, I would have to imagine, Buck, that you're a hater of Brock Bowers at 16. That is ahead of average draft position on Mr. Bowers. Yeah,
I will start taking Bowers at 20. If Bowers fell to me at 20, I would have taken him there. That's where I feel like he's starting to be honestly think he should go with the 2-3 turn, but I will take him at 20 because I want 6% of Bowers.
That's insane. That's truly, I mean, I think everyone should just really internalize that and just realize how insane that is to have 6% of perhaps, I mean, if you made me guess right now, the story of the season is going to be Brock Bowers. We are recording this on July 24th, you made me guess right now. Oh my God. The Barkley JT start.
Yeah. Well, but the problem is with the Bowers thing, it's you're making a Geno bet. You're not making a Bowers bet. Gronk was Gronk because he had Brady. Gronk would have been amazing, but he wouldn't have been Gronk that we know without Brady. Kelsey would not have been Kelsey that we know without Mahomes. They have Geno Smith, dude. So maybe in a couple of years when they get a franchise QB,
Geno Smith, a perfectly cromulent NFL quarterback. I'm not going to go full ball knower and
he's
say
not a touchdown scorer.
He's the best. Geno is perfectly cromulent and
between the 20s. Yeah.
What do you think Gronk would have done with Ryan Mallett as his quarterback or Jimmy Garoppolo? I think he would have been just fine. Buck is so about to take Omarion Hampton here. He's just so about to take Omarion Hampton.
You wish, dude. You wish. I'm playing the hits. I'm going with my men here, my grown men.
I actually have no problem with this. I think Devontae Adams is actually a really interesting case of a guy that where he if you just were not allowed to know the age of your players and all you could see was the blank stats, I actually think he would go even higher. In my truth serum mental model rankings, I think Devontae Adams is probably more like a second round pick. He probably should go ahead of Vlad McConkey. I'm up here real quick. I am going to take Omarion Hampton. And I'm going to take Omarion Hampton for a couple reasons. The first being I just want, when my screenshot of my exposures gets done at the end of the year, I want Omarion Hampton to probably be the top running back there. But the big thing with Omarion Hampton is, I mean, I feel like we need to Men in Black ourselves on his ADP because there's nothing in his way right now. Najee Harris is not at training camp. Maybe by the time this is out, he is. I doubt it. I doubt that by August he's going to be in training camp. This is a man who the Chargers are being very unclear about what happened, but you can't say it's good. In fact, I think you could very reasonably argue Omarion Hampton is in a better situation than Aston Genty, who is a first round pick.
Dude, yeah, he's a complete smash, like almost auto pick at this point. Like Hampton, it's all laid out in front of him. I'm with you. Like
And
the Harris stuff is so bearish.
And strategically, another reason why you can get away with taking Hampton ahead of ADP is there's a huge tier break. I just like you could be the biggest James Cook bull in the world, and I am not going to believe you for 1 second if you think that Omarion Hampton and James Cook are in the same tier of projection for fantasy football in 2025. So you can take Hampton in round 3, and then you're going to be able to get one of Worthy, Ted McMillan, Mike Evans, Jameson Williams. Like that is a huge tier. I mean, frankly, you could put Rashee Rice in that tier and say, I'm going to take 8 wide receivers on this team, only 2 quarterbacks, only 2 tight ends, and make up for, give yourself an Adam Thielen, give yourself a Darius Slayton, give yourself
a DK Metcalf.
Well, yeah, sure. A DK Metcalf. Yeah. Don't know.
Listen, here's what I think about Davante Adams to circle back. If you're starting 2 running back, there's no better wide receiver to hit in the 3rd round than Davante Adams because there's a chance he's just like completely underpriced. And the other guys, there's a chance too, but not as much as Adams, I don't think. The touchdown upside, the red zone factor, Stafford's super accurate. I just feel like it's an easy decision. Just pick Davante Adams in the 3rd round.
Aren't you worried? Aren't you worried that Matt Stafford has a back injury and is not throwing at training camp? Aren't you worried, Buck?
Yes.
No, come on. That's just pure veteran rest. I watched.
No, I know. Dude, my back hurts too.
Yeah, my back hurts too. I watched Bryson DeChambeau had Matt Stafford on his channel, and they tried to break 50 as a 2-man scramble from the red tee. Stafford won. Pretty charming guy. Have never really listened to too many interviews with him. Pretty good. Seemed like a pretty good guy and a little bit better of a golfer than I thought. So shout out to Stafford. DK Metcalf is your wide receiver 2. Whatever. We'll see.
What do you think about that? Give me the DK as my wide receiver 2.
He's totally fine. I just don't want to be like I have DJ Moore, JMO ranked ahead of him, so I don't get a ton of him.
That's the thing. I have like over 20% JMO. So I don't want to take him all the time. I do want more Metcalf because like I increasingly see the world where he's just like, it's going to be hard for him to not be at least a fine pick, I feel like there. And there's a chance that he probably should have gone in the 3rd round, like if it really works out.
I mean, if Rodgers throws for, 4,200 yards and 28 touchdowns, Metcalf is going to be like borderline one of the guys you need for this. That's a huge if, right? I mean, we just saw Garrett Wilson absolutely not be the guy you need playing with Aaron Rodgers, but there were some extenuating circumstances.
There were.
I'm up. I'm actually just easily going to take Calvin Ridley here. I think a lot of people would be surprised to see Davis Mattek be a Calvin Ridley slappy. I think Calvin Ridley is basically fine. He was one of the leaders in the NFL last year in air yards and air yards per target. Like I ran an ADOT filter the other day on the Fantasy Points data suite. I was stunned to see him in the same category of average depth of target as like Alec Pierce and a bunch of other sacrificial X's. Now, part of that was how non-functional the Titans offense was last year with Will Levis and Mason Rudolph and stuff. I think his ADOT will go down, but it is at least interesting that at that age, he was able to earn targets that far down the field. And there's this really interesting thing happening in fantasy football right now where we're all slappies for rookies. I mean, look at this turn right here. Harvey, Henderson, Caleb Johnson goes at 62, but no one wants to be a slappy for the number 1 overall pick in the draft. No one wants to be a Cam Ward slappy. No one wants to be on the record being like, dude, I'm a blind clapping seal for Cam Ward. Well, I think I might want to be a little bit of a blind
I am too. We're converging on that take because like I think that it's just such an easy bet. And where he's going, it's just like it's a no-brainer. Who'd you take? Jennings?
Yeah, Juwan Jennings there. No issues, no concerns for me.
And I will never forget the day. I will never forget the day that you refused to play Jennings in DFS on his 3 touchdowns.
Many such cases.
Driving on the way to work, I hear Davis Mattek say, he's never done it. He's never done it.
I mean, look, he'd only been in the NFL for 19 seasons before his big game. So
I'm actually trying to get you to make a case against your take right now, but here I go. Playing the hits, baby.
Oh, God. Oh, Chungus Devo at pick 68 without Jaden Daniels. Frankly, that does feel bad to me. Olave was still on the board. Addison was still on the board. Addison's actually would have been a great fit for your team because you need some juice.
You don't tell me who's a great fit for my team, Davis Mattek.
No,
Addison's a good fit for a jail cell, you know?
No, literally, that's my job, brother. It's quite literally in my job description is to tell you who and who is not
This is
a
fair.
great fit
This
for
is
your
fair.
team.
Hold on, let me deflect and let's look at Chad's team real quick. Where's Chad?
Chad is drafting out of the 2-hole. He has Jefferson, Jacobs, Lamar, JMO. He got Flowers at 50, David Montgomery, Tony Pollard. So a little bit of a centrist, slappy
He's
team
trying
there.
so hard not to get yelled at right now.
Yeah, real. Debo over Jordan Addison is so week 1 brained. I'm kind of
you want to take.
for
I
you.
mean, just look at it. Like Debo, you know what Debo has done. You know what Debo can do. You have an uncertain.
You're up. You're about to get auto picked, Mr. Cavs.
Oh, don't even fucking tell me that I was about to get auto picked.
You're about to get auto picked, Mr. Misshape. There you go. Wow, guys, we made it to a stage of the video where Buck made a good pick. He clicked Emeka Egbuka over Chris Godwin at pick 77. He lived a little bit, and I'm very proud of him. Actually, although to be fair, Emeka Egbuka is a right-wing slappies version of a left-wing slappy pick. He was a 4-year player at Ohio State. It's all like being a technician and route running and these sorts of things. Like it's palatable for a right-wing slappy to take.
Dude,
Emeka
that
Egbuka.
you remember that Mike Evans quote about him? He runs like a running back, but he catches like Godwin. When I heard that, I was like, all right, we're diving in the pool.
Yeah. All right. I'm up here at pick 81. Again, this one is just absolutely no sweat. I don't even like Jaden Reed, but the team construct here, I missed on Pacheco. I missed on Pollard. In fact, Pacheco is absolutely steaming. So the bad thing to have done there would have been to panic and taken Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson. That pick actually just totally freed me up. One, I've got Purdy, Love, Ward, Baker, and Dart as quarterback, so I could do 3 quarterbacks if I want. I can probably be done at 6 wide receivers on this team with Neighbors, Evans, Ridley, Jennings, Reed, and I can take one of my favorites. I could take 7 if I wanted. I mean, I think that one was absolutely easy.
Man, I don't know. I'm not into Reed. I'm just. It's hard for me to pick Reed. Like I might even take Pearsall over Reed, and I don't like Pearsall at all.
I have Pearsall over Reed in my rankings, but he went at pick 73. Okay, so these are the worst freaking picks on the board, man. This is a brutal spot. This is a brutal spot for me to be in. I need a running back. It would definitely be overdrafting one of these guys, and maybe I just do it as a stopgap. I think I'm going to. I think I am going to take Brian Robinson Jr. This side of the board right here, now that Isaiah Pacheco and now that Caleb Johnson and now that Tony Pollard are never available on that right side of the board in between pick 80 and pick 90, you really kind of honestly, you just get forced to be a slap. I mean, really, at the end of the day, you kind of just have to do it. I could have taken Baker Mayfield there. Mayfield is like a decent chance to come back around to me at 105. Honestly, if you don't take him with either one of your JJ,
I'm not taking that guy.
Pick 89.
He's fine. Sorry, Bullock. He's fine. I'm not taking him though. I'm going double rookie upside back to back.
Wow, I'm ashamed to see you draft well. Honestly, it's not really what people want.
This is what I do. Listen, I'll piss people off a little bit if you want, though. I think if you go, I mean, I'm just trying to draft for upside swings, and I'm kind of not thinking about stacks at all right now. And I can't believe you took the RB2 for Washington when I already have Debo, the RB1, on my roster, the goal line back.
You know, I think that one's going to work out. I think in the end, that one is going to work out absolutely fine for me. I hate making that pick. But it really was either take my 6th wide receiver and just go full slap. Jaden Higgins would have been the guy I would have taken there, and that would have given me Stroud. But then I'm looking at my running back 2 is like probably going to be in the Ray Davis style tier. Yeah, this should theoretically get me enough points to get across. I mean, I'm trying to be a little bit less of a full ideological drafter this year where you never take any bad, get me over the line week 1 picks. But, the fact of the matter is 0.5-point PPR. Honestly, a lot of the times you want a running back on underdog to be in your flex. That is like the ideal way to play it. Sometimes you got to take Brian Robinson Jr.
I mean, I don't personally really take Brian Robinson Jr. What could go wrong? Why take a running back is bad 2 years in a row? He's bad.
He's not bad. He's just perfectly fine. Brian Robinson Jr. is
Yeah,
not
okay.
bad.
So how about this? He's not good.
He's perfectly fine.
He's not good.
He's not good, but sometimes, Joe Mixon's not really that good. But
all
right.
We got to move on. There's no way we're ideologically opposed.
So I'm about to be up here at 105.
As I expected. Coleman. What do you think about Coleman?
No, I'm honestly not even going to dignify that with a response. It's absolutely insane. I'm going to take Baker Mayfield here. I'm going to get an ADP discount on him. And I think I was right to do what I did at the last turn. If you look at the 2v2 that I just did, it would have been Brian Robinson Jr. Baker Mayfield versus Baker Mayfield and Jalen Warren.
J.K. Dobbins is going to straight up outscore Brian Robinson this year.
Well, and I'm going to be able to. I'm not going to say I'm going to be able to, but I think there's a strong chance that I'm going to be able to get him.
Yeah, you're right. You should.
At 112.
Would you take him over Warren? Would you take him over Warren?
I mean, I think I literally have them ranked back to back or within like 3 spots. Now I do a little bit of 8. Okay, there you go. J.K. Dobbins goes.
Yep.
So it probably is going to be Jalen Warren. I could take Charbonnet here. I could take Drake May here. I don't think if I wanted to go that route. I tell you what, these 9th and 10th rounds are so devoid of anyone I want to pick who is not a quarterback. It's truly absurd how devoid these spots are of anyone.
It's true, but you know what my gut is that out of here is going to be someone very important that's not a quarterback.
Oh, that is just the way of the world.
It's impossible to know. When we all don't like something good is going to come out of it. The orchid grows out of the mud, Yes.
I mean, the dead zone, in the 100s is so self-evidently the Best Ball Mania 4. Dude, the turn pick sucks. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown and Gibbs and Lamb, they were like absolutely the guys that you had to have in week 17. I mean, it could be Warren, it could be Sharps. I mean, I think it could. Wow, Jack Best just went at 113. We've got a full slap ensemble happening. It could very easily be Evan Ingram. It could definitely be J.K. Dobbins. I mean, this guy, by the way, took Harvey and Dobbins, which is expensive, but I don't hate
the old ping pong.
Well, it's more that you think the 2025 Broncos could be like the 2017 New Orleans Saints, where one of the running backs is super efficient and really good as a pass, like catches like 60 passes for like 800 yards and scores like 5 touchdowns as a receiver. And then another one of the running backs scores like 1 billion rushing touchdowns. The 2017 Saints, let's just that was just the team that I pulled off my head.
Yeah,
that team, 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns for Mark Ingram, 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns for Kamara. Like, I'm not saying that these dudes are Ingram and Kamara, but I mean, like, they could be.
Yeah, you're right. They could be. But also, like, we look for parallels and ways to draw conclusions off the things we've already seen. And I think that this Broncos team might be something new.
I mean, Sean Payton is not reinventing the wheel in his 70s.
Not the wheel, but I mean, the truth can be in the middle. I think this can be a unique situation where they really use both, like, they really think.
I've heard the truth is never in the middle. I've heard the truth is either.
Who's telling you that? The truth is always in the middle.
No, I've heard it's always left wing slappy, right wing slappy. I'm going to take Tajay Spears here. So now my running back room is Hampton, Brian Robinson Jr., Jalen Warren, and Tajay Spears, which is basically the most boring running back room.
This is the worst running back room I've ever seen.
Now I'm going to get to, first off, Omarion Hampton is he's the nice warm brownie.
He's got to work.
But these guys are the vanilla ice cream that make the hot fudge brownie work. And then I'm going to sprinkle, some nice, caramelized sugared walnuts at the end with a little Brashard Smith.
I think you forgot
maybe a little bit of Will Shipley. You never know. You never know who's going to be the cherry on top.
I don't know.
Could be Tank Bigsby.
Oh, don't do that to me. Come on. I'm saving spots. I got him penciled in.
All right. Do I want to take Dylan Sampson here? I think I probably do. I probably do. Sampson or Guerendo.
I would go with Guerendo, but I'm gonna take
Guerendo, and I'm not gonna take Guerendo because Buck told me to. I'm gonna take Guerendo because I don't need week 5. I don't need 11.2 points in week 5 with Spears, Warren, and Brian Robinson Jr. I've got a lot of 11.2 weeks covered. I need a guy who is either never going to hit my lineup because Christian McCaffrey is extinction eventing the entire National Football League, or I need a guy who is going to project for like 16.4 points.
Right. I got a good
I'm fine
decision
with
here.
that.
I got a good
big
decision
big
here.
decision for you. You just took a rookie tight end and target merchant Evan Ingram, still without a quarterback. Mr. Buck still has no quarterback. Matt Stafford with Devontae Adams. Wow, where do you get your ideas?
Bit of a reach, but I got sniped.
Well, the deal is in the new sort of meta of fantasy football since Pat Kerrane, sacrilegious and shady advice ruined it for everyone with the legendary upside simulations, is there really is no reaching on a quarterback. The most important thing is just to get them, because there is no 2v2 where you're happy you got the skill position player. Like maybe in round 12, maybe you're like, oh man, I really wanted Ray Davis for this team. But when you start getting into the Cam Ward, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Anthony Richardson range of drafts, there just frankly is no 2v2 where it is worth it to try and push the quarterback. You just simply have to select the quarterback. And you're seeing it across the board. The sort of like fourth tier of quarterbacks, the Strouds, the Staffords, the Genos, they're getting pushed way up boards because everyone is collectively learning that lesson at the same time.
Well, they built the Sims to draft like me, Davis. I don't know what to tell you. I did
what
three QB every team last year.
What was possibly the point of taking Michael Penix Jr. there? What are you doing?
I just think he's probably a good enough value at that point, and I'm kind of screwed.
That right there,
I screwed myself, Davis, and I'm trying to recover.
Unstacked Michael Penix is crazy work. I'm going to take Cameron Ward with this pick. By the way,
what if he's good though? What if he's good?
What if Michael Penix Jr. is good? Then then you are drawing completely dead in week 17 because Drake London is going to be projected as the second highest scoring wide receiver of the slate.
Well, who cares? What if he doesn't go off? What if he's injured? What if DK Metcalf scores 5 touchdowns?
It's a dangerous. I'll tell you what. It's a dangerous way to play this game, to play the what if game.
I don't think that it is. I think that there's too much emphasis placed on following convention, and I think that if you think that a player is a good enough value at a certain pick, then you can take him just based on projection.
I think it's fine to do that with any quarterback or any running back, wide receiver, tight end you want. But with the quarterbacks, like Penix is not going to run. I mean, maybe he gets to like 400 rushing yards or something. I doubt it. But to take him without London ahead of, it feels.
Sure. It feels bad, but like I don't draft based on feeling. I draft based on what I think might do well and what might win.
Buck just absolutely breaking news here. Doesn't draft based on feeling. Shout out.
Feelings aren't thoughts, Davis.
Man, I am in an absolutely filthy, disgusting position here. I am going to take Jalen McMillan because I have Baker Mayfield. I don't love it at all.
I do love that.
And I probably should have just taken Geno, but I did not yet have a wide receiver 6. I had not taken a wide receiver since Shaden Reed. I don't even think Jalen McMillan is good. So there you go. You guys can see a little bit of fear-based drafting from me. What if Chris Godwin isn't healthy? What if Jalen McMillan is who you need? I should have just taken Geno. That right there.
Oh, fuck. Bigsby.
Tough, Mr. Buck.
I'm about to make the worst decision of my life. Just let the clock run out and give me Tua.
Man, that would be quite the choice. That would be quite the choice. What does Tua Tagovailoa do for this team? Literally nothing. Buck, you're drafting a worse team than me, brother.
Listen, here's the thing. I screwed up.
The opposite of a masterpiece. This is a disaster class from Buck right now.
Here's the thing. I was hoping that Stroud would come back. Really wanted Stroud.
Stroud went at pick 135, dude.
Yeah, he went. I tried to push him a little bit more. He went back.
Well, at least you got a rookie tight end with a shoulder injury who's playing behind a tight end making $16.5 million a year. So at least you made the right decision.
What do you got? Toe injury, Geno Smith merchant. Who else you got on your team?
I have all winners other than Brian Robinson Jr. And you know what? Brian Robinson Jr. came back from being shot. So who's to say what he can or cannot do?
I
right?
think I can say that he's not very good. You need Omarion Hampton to be Christian
He
McCaffrey
once
for your
scored
team
a
to be good.
60-yard receiving touchdown. So don't tell Brian Robinson Jr. what he can't do.
Oh, these people, man, they keep taking my guys. All right. We're going
What, you really needed
we got a straight up good pick here in Rico Dowdle.
You guys are going to be like, Buck is about to take Alexander Madison with his 18th round pick on this team so hard. Let me tell
Alexander
you.
Madison is probably going to be the goal line back for the Dolphins, and I hate to say it.
Alexander Madison is just like already getting his resume ready. He's
This
like
is what happened.
already
You guys,
prepared.
you put Alexander Madison like, what was it, like 2 years ago in the 7th round. He disappointed you, and you forgot about him last year. He was free. He did all right. He countered towards my lineup a bunch of times. I had like 4 BBMs.
He did not count to your lineup a bunch of times.
Yes, he did.
No, Buck. You
2
don't
times.
you don't gotta lie to the people. You know what? I'm already committed to the bit. Let me check my bye weeks. K-Dotton, we're good. There we go. Absolute Buccaneers giga mega. We have got Mike.
We're the opposite of each other right now. You're just like, I'm doing what people tell me. I want to correlate my teams, and I'm like, I'm taking good picks. I'm taking picks that I think could outperform their ADP because I went early running back first, and I missed out on the chance to get an elite alpha wide receiver. Correlation
is the superpower, man. Correlation turns bad picks into good picks.
It does, but once everybody starts doing something, you have to start thinking about how to zag, or else you.
I promise you, this is not true. I promise you that the best DFS players in the world in big tournaments are still hyper.
This is not DFS.
It is. It is literally DFS. It's
no, it's not.
Instead of a salary, you have a round price.
Every week you can pick new players in DFS.
Anthony Richardson goes. That is so annoying. God, do I have a Saint?
Wouldn't it be nice to be done at quarterback like me?
Oh, man. All right. I'm taking Miles Sanders.
Would you rather have unstacked, uncorrelated Tua or Aaron Rodgers?
Honestly, probably Aaron Rodgers, truly. Because if Tua is the guy you need in week 17 and you don't have Tyreek, Waddle, or A-Chain, you are deader than dead. Aaron Rodgers could hit the optimal lineup with 1 touchdown to Cam Hayward. That's not his name. Who's
Darius Hayward Bay?
No, they have a 9th tight end. Connor Hayward.
Connor Hayward.
Connor Hayward. 1 to Connor Hayward. 1 to Alan Lazard. 1 to DK Metcalf, but Metcalf only has 44 receiving yards.
Darnell Washington.
And 1 to Jalen Warren. Darnell Washington obviously catches 1. That is just because this team was begging for Anthony Richardson. Let me tell you, absolutely begging.
No team is begging for Anthony Richardson.
And you know what? I should have learned my lesson. I was literally just talking about it. There's no 2v2 that is worth it. You know what 2v2 is not worth it? Freaking K-Dotton and Miles Sanders. I should have just taken Anthony Richardson and then taken who's available for me on the next pick.
You should have taken more running backs earlier. It doesn't matter that I screwed up my quarterback
Buck,
room. I'm going to demolish you.
This is my team. Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward, Omarion Hampton, Brian Robinson Jr., Jalen Warren, Tajay Spears, Isaac Guerendo, Miles Sanders, Malik Neighbors, Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley, Juwan Jennings, Jaden Reed, Jalen McMillan, Brock Bowers, and K-Dotton. Buck, you are on the clock.
I'm on the clock.
Just a mess. Dude just took Nick Chubb because Joe Mixon's on the NFI list.
No, because Nick Chubb is hitting
Theo Johnson, uncorrelated, unstacked Theo Johnson.
Just straight up good pick, starting tight end, like monster freak athlete. He's like 6'8".
That's why he was so good in college.
Dude,
that's why.
You guys, awesome. You watch too much college. I'm just saying. I'm gonna say it. You believe too much. You're carrying too much.
You heard it. You heard it here from Buck first. We know too much ball. We know too much about the players.
You get too attached to players, and then you carry that over, and your glasses are rosy, and that's not how you should evaluate.
Buck is accusing me of overfitting the data by just being generally aware of the data.
Dude, how has it worked out for you so far, Davis? Don't watch college.
God, and Aaron Rodgers went to Oh, golly, man.
You screwed up, man. You got Shuck.
Shuck, honestly, that one, I feel perfectly fine.
The QB2 for the Saints? Oh, no.
If Spencer Rattler starts 17 games for the New Orleans Saints, I will eat a hat.
Dude, if you're getting any buzz that Rattler is pushing Shuck, then you're in trouble because Rattler sucks.
Man, we are so ready for the freaking cherry on top here. This is gonna have justified the. If this guy takes Brashard Smith, I'm ending the video and we're done and it's over.
Dude, wait, do we know that guy? Oh,
No, there we
took
go.
the worst
Darren
pick on the
Wall,
board.
welcome to the team. Brashard Smith, the cherry on top that makes this a palatable and screenshotable team.
Dude.
In the end, my team is Baker Mayfield,
Screenshotable.
Cameron Ward, Tyler Shuck, Omarion Hampton, Brian Robinson Jr., Jalen Warren, Tajay Spears, Isaac Guerendo, Miles Sanders, and Brashard Smith. That is a 3-7-6-2 build. Malik Neighbors, Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley, Juwan Jennings, Jaden Reed, Jalen McMillan, Brock Bowers, and Cade Otton. Mr. Buck St. Thomas is making his final pick right now. Buck's
Slurping the Derberino.
He took Kevontae Turpin with his final pick. Of course he did. His team is Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf, Ken Walker, Deebo Samuel, Emeka Egbuka, Jaden Higgins, Keon Coleman, Evan Ingram, Colston Loveland, Matt Stafford, Michael Penix, unstacked, uncorrelated, Tua,
Everybody
unstacked,
is unstacked.
Rico Dowdle, Nick Chubb, Theo Johnson, and Kevontae Turpin. Comment down below which one of us had the better team. Like the video, subscribe for daily fantasy football videos, and I'll be back with you guys tomorrow.